Hello everyone. I figured while I'm doing this, I might as well give a small update on new games. Now I'm sure I'm missing some because the last time I've done this was a good long time ago. But okay. So obviously one thing I got immediately I pre-ordered it was Portal 2. I have finished single player and co-op. Pretty good. I have to agree with Yahtzee though. The story felt a little big over everything. Like the puzzles was a side attraction, the story was the big of course it makes sense the story would be fleshed out more in a sequel. I mean, it would be kind of boring if you made like more games continuing being a guinea pig trapped in this place. I got the Hyperdimension Neptune. I'm enjoying this more than the Trinity Universe, which if anyone actually watched that video, which I think is actually one of the lowest watched videos, so I'm not really expecting much with this one, but that's a lot more interesting because of the game themes, but it is very modern anime. By that I mean lots of goals. So it didn't. I did get my first entry into this series. Now, I'm not going to even try and pronounce it because I know I'll do it wrong. Anyone that watches my videos always knows I sound horrible. But, I have not tried this yet, and this is the first one in the series I believe that I've gotten. It was on sale, the special edition for like $30, I believe. And I was like, it's still selling for like $50 online, so I was like, oh, that's a good deal. Now, obviously, if you've noticed, but I think it's actually pretty bad. I think the full version I had originally planned for the review I made for Persona 3 for a contest. I think it was a little better in the full version, but I had to meet the 5-minute rule. I had to cut so much out of it, and I was disappointed with the final product. And yes, I don't put a lot of work into editing and that of this stuff. Dust. I've been straightening up my room some, so I got dust. Got a little more to do, but next I got Fatal Frame 3. Which, with Fatal Frame 4 being the only one I need to complete my collection of it. I have not played this yet. I'm like halfway in Fatal Frame 1 and way far into Fatal Frame 2, and then like I got so fucking scared of one part of the game, I stopped for a while. And I kind of regret it. From one of GameStop's stupid sales, they had the Genesis collection in one of their bins, a new copy for real cheap, and I've been wanting to know what's in it, because the thing I think about these kind of collections is they don't tell you what the hell's, like, they might tell you like 5 titles or something, but they don't like give you the game developers. If you do a big collection disc thing like this, the back needs every title that's on there. I don't care if it's unlockable, but since GameStop has a gutting system, that reminded me I could go look in the book and see. If you're an RPG fan like me, I do want to note that you can get Shining Force 1, 2, Shining in the Darkness, which is listed 3 for as the third in the list for some reason, even though it's our first game. This came out recently, the Force Templar, and last time I looked, it was getting a lot of bad reviews and that. Now this is a budget title. It's basically a hack and slash thing that doesn't require a lot of brains or anything. It's pretty simple, but I don't think it's bad. I just think it's mediocre, as in basic, the usual, not trying anything new outside the norm. During one of GameStop sales, after this was after Activision said they no longer doing any of the music games, they had DJ Hero and the DJ thing for sale for like $9. $9. They're like, well, I probably won't like it, but $9. Usually, you ever look up like Dreamcast maracas and mic and stuff? That stuff's hard to find and usually costs a lot. I remember seeing the maracas for the Dreamcast for like $100. That stuff you'd be surprised a lot of that stuff becomes good. Of course, I think it's gonna be a long time before the guitars and shit become real. But either way, I figured $9 for the game and that's pretty cheap. Now, I think I'll save these two for last. So let's go on. Eye of the Beholder, a first-person real-time dungeon crawler by Capcom. Well, ported by Capcom. I'm not really sure who originally made it. As far as I'm aware, there's several PCs versions. This, the Sega CD version. I think the Sega CD and this were both handled by Capcom. But essentially the potential, I'd say. Persona 4! Yeah. I haven't played it yet. I'm very close to the end of Persona 3, which I'll immediately probably start on Persona 4, because Persona 3 is drugs. That simple. Like, I have not been so focused on an RPG in a long time. Like, I got the Final Fantasy IV After Years on the PSP, even though I will declare up and down Lufia 2 and Final Fantasy IV have to be like some of my most favorite RPGs. There's something wrong with After Years. Like, the dialogue, how the characters are talking, it just seems weird to me. Which, actually, yeah. It was on my shelf on my wall over there. Yeah, I got the Final Fantasy IV, the Final Fantasy IV Complete Edition on the PSP, and I also got that, what is it, the Unlosing Angel versus Big Bad Evil Man, or whatever it was, in Patapon 3. I'm not gonna get those down now. Last Remnant I got online for I think $15. I got to try it. It's a little mix of Saga and kind of has a strategic military system to the parties. Like, you'll have a leader, several party members, and you'll have these multiple groups of parties and enemy parties, and you'll flank each other and stuff. And I'm not really following it, and I haven't went back to it. I've only played a little bit. I do want to get back to some of it because it looked interesting, and to be honest, it's really a lot of the non-Final Fantasy games from Square Enix have been interesting me more. I definitely like Neo. Neo was a really good game. And The Last Remnant looks pretty interesting, but that doesn't mean it'll be good. Something I will admit is the greatest sin I ever committed against NIS. Not buying this game. So long, my love. This, in case you don't know, is a very popular RPG series by Sega in Japan. This is the first time it ever came to America, and apparently it didn't sell well. And Sony apparently does not like the idea of bringing more of it. Apparently NIS had talked about the PSP game, a remake of, I think, 1 and 2 for the PSP of that, and Sony apparently said no. I don't really get how they have to say that kind of crap these days. Like, I can understand back when Nintendo was trying to be the mafia leader, like, no, we're in control. I mean, it was, like, shocking how many people Nintendo bought the core and shit over crap, try and be like the leader of gaming and that. Trauma Team. I do like the Trauma series. I never beat the first one. It was really difficult. Thought about getting the Wii version because supposedly it's a lot easier, obviously, using the Wii remote. But then again, you could argue it'd be not as precise. I don't know. I'm pussy. I'm not good at pinpoint accuracy, which is why I suck as a sniper on first-person shooters. But I played, I believe, 2 of the characters' full story, which was this chick on the far side, and I played the weird emo dude that's slightly right there. Basically, this is a bunch of mini stories of all these characters, and you can play it all in co-op except for this white-haired chick. Her story is like an autopsy mystery thing. It didn't seem bad, but it did seem to annoy my friend when we were trying the different characters out, playing co-op. Now, the last 2 things. Something I'm really new into was new games for old systems. This game was told, Peaky, was told by Drew Wario, and under his suggestion, I bought. It's an RPG about a time traveler who accidentally goes to, like, ancient China. He has to find a way back. Now, it looks pretty good. Cartridge very nice, and books backwards. And that guy who does the reviews bad cover would probably just hate this thing because I watched his episode. I'm one of his new viewers, but I saw his like Master System video, and he just went all on about the wire. See if you look real close up. See the wire stuff in the background. If you never saw a Master System, like that was like blue and white, and it looked so weird and stupid. I would really like to see what the Japanese Master System cases looked like, because I hope they didn't look like that. And then we have another one which ironically does the wire thing, but it's not as permanent. And I'm really looking forward to trying this one. This is another RPG, and this is very high quality here. This case, see how reflective he is? That's like really cheap plastic that's on this case. It looks like a Sega Genesis case, but it solely looks cheap. This feels and looks like an authentic Sega Genesis case, or Mega Drive, whichever the hell you want to call. I kept the receipt because it has a signature on it. I thought that'd be interesting to keep. A book, a postal, a cartridge is very nice, and I put the sticker on here to keep it too. This is very nice looking, and it looks like very good gameplay and all than that. If you got Sega Genesis and money, I believe this was $49, so it's not cheap. It's not very cheap, and you can't get it digitally.